G'day, podcaster. Liam here. We talk about some truly awful movies in this one. We hear from a former Secret Service agent who protected the president, and a lot of people confess to microcrimes.
Live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle's Late Drive
on Nova.
Oh, yeah, I'm a bit of a bad boy, Ben and Belle. Yeah, broke the law this morning.
Liam, you are the furthest thing from a bad boy.
You wait until you hear what I did this morning. It's a crime. It's a micro crime, given. It's a small, like it's frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you're a micro criminal like myself, 13, 24, 10, something small you've done, you might want to brag about it. I've missed 2 bin nights on the trot. Not good. It's my job. So definitely in the bad books at home. But I wasn't going to make the same mistake 3 times. So this morning, I know the trucks come at 5:50. So 5:40 a.m., set the alarm. I had my sort of red bin full, as well as the recycling bin.
Which is your general waste?
Yeah. I had my general waste full, and then I had the bags overflowed into the recycling, and I've got like 2 green bins, and they were full as well, just with bags. So what I did is I got up just before the trucks came, and I took a bag out, and every single neighbour on my street got a special treat. And I managed to clear like 3.5, almost 4 bins worth of garbage. I was like a cat burglar creeping around. Boom, one for you. And I didn't want to like put 2 in one because then it would be too obvious.
Yeah.
I had to sort of spread them out.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone saw me.
Yeah, you are a bad boy.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
All right, micro crimes, 13, 24, 10.
I mean, I wouldn't put it in the night before. That'd be crazy. Someone might see me. But, it's just 10 minutes before they get collected.
Talia in Melbourne, what is the micro crime that you committed?
So I never really touch on to buses locally, and within the past 2 years, I've only been maybe caught once.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I think fair evasion is an actual crime, Talia.
Yeah, I think that is a crime.
So I love that, Talia, you say like locally as in like anywhere interstate is locally. If it's an interstate bus trip, I will tap.
Yeah, of course. You don't want to rip the other state off. Cooper in Geelong, you'd like to admit to a micro crime?
Yeah, so I lied about going through financial hardship to get out of a gym membership.
That's good.
I was loaded. I had tons of money. Cooper, we're going to give you 2 tickets to go see Twisters in cinemas now.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
No worries. Keep your calls coming through for micro crimes.
Jamie in Melbourne, what's your micro crime?
I illegally stream most TV shows I watch.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
And what website?
Flickstore.to.
Sweet.
Doesn't.
Yo.
Yeah, that sounds illegal, doesn't it? Like, it's sort of like, I didn't even know you could do .to on at the end of. I thought it had to be .com.
Of course, we do not endorse that here at Nova. We endorse that you pay for all of your subscriptions, especially Stan, Binge. They're all great.
They're 2 of my favourites.
Absolutely.
Sure, full freight. Is Pirate Bay still around?
No, I think Pirate Bay got taken down in a big sting. Like it was a big deal.
Yeah, wow. There you go.
I don't know
I think
what
Video
that
Man
is.
Jack just said like it's still up. I think he might have hinted it's yes.
Nice one.
If you want it that bad, you'll find
What
it.
about LimeWire, Jack? Is that still going? Don't know. No, okay. Abe in Brizzy, what's your micro crime?
I break the stems off the broccoli in the supermarket before I check them out.
To get it for cheaper.
Yeah, does that mean Woolies is going out of business? I don't know.
Look, Abe, I kind of get what you mean, man. Like, it's like, I don't necessarily, agree with people shoplifting, even though the supermarkets are making money. But I think breaking a stem off a broccoli, I mean, that's going to come out in the wash, isn't it?
Yeah, but is that, can you do that with your bare hands?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, would all the florets fall apart from the stem?
Not if you're a pro.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a while, haven't you?
You sound creepy, Abe, but the stem is actually full of really good nutrients. You should be eating the stem. The stem is actually really good for you.
I'd love if Abe's also, popping the pistachios out
from the shell.
He's, de-shelling them. He's like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for the shell. I'm not eating it. Just because they're lazy. Jacob in Sydney, yours is kind of similar to Abe's. What's your micro crime?
I charge mangoes as brown onions.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I think that is a crime.
Yeah.
I think Is that a microcrime or
But
is
Jacob,
that a crime?
you know, what are you to do? Like, if they were to prosecute you, you could be like, oh, I don't know, I'm colourblind. I didn't notice the difference.
I don't know what a mango is.
I don't know. And you are offending me by bringing up the fact that
I
you said
thought
I'm wrong.
The famous line in Shrek was ogres are like mangoes. And you know, they'll just think you're a bit like
I think they'll leave you alone.
They're just like, oh, it's whatever. Just
13,
just go.
24, 10. Keep your calls coming through for micro crimes. If you are committing them, we want to hear about them on Nova.
Tegan, what about you?
Hey, guys. I had signed up to a 12-month Weight Watchers membership, and I wanted to cancel. So I lied and said I was pregnant because you're not meant to be pregnant when you're on Weight Watchers.
Yeah, right. Imagine if you bumped into someone from Weight Watchers like later on. Like, hey, you know, how's things? How's things with the kid? Eva in Sydney, what about you?
I got caught speeding and there was no way I was paying $400. So I have submitted my fine to be reviewed, and they asked me to justify why you're having your fine reviewed. So I had to smear my son's forehead with fake blood because it was around Halloween.
And what?
And I had to submit that via Revenue New South Wales portal. Got away with it, but it was very close.
Hang on. So did you say you smeared fake blood?
Yeah, she said it was
onto
around the time of
son's head?
Halloween, so she must have had some lying around.
And so it was like, oh, his head was bleeding. Like I had to.
And I just happened to take this photo that looks like I've taken it in my kitchen, but it was in the car.
Why you got him to bite down in a blood capsule?
That is gutsy. That's so gutsy that I'm going to give you a prize. You've got 2 tickets to the Bike Riders in cinemas now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries.
Eva. A few teetering on the edge of real crime, but another micro crime from Sam in the Gold Coast. What was yours?
Hey guys, what I do is when I need a new pair of boots, I'll go to Kmart and I'll find a clearance sticker and I'll scan that and go to the self-serve and get like $100 pair of boots for like $2.
I think that falls under real crime.
They're definitely getting, for like dollar value, more and more criminal.
Yeah, and maybe not macro crime, but it's still, you know, it's getting up there. Sarah in Adelaide, your micro crime you committed.
I use my daughter's ex-boyfriend's KO account to watch the football every week.
Aww. See, Sarah, when we've got someone scanning $100 boots for $2, that doesn't sound that bad.
They broke up 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, it's going back a little bit, but stuff him. You know, break your daughter's heart.
One bar star man on your radio. I'm really, really fast. Just listen to me go.
Yep, it's a Tuesday night on Late Drive. That means it's time for the One Bar Starman to appear. If you can beat him at his own game where he tells you the name of a song and the artist from the very first bar of that song, you win a bar of gold. It's happened before, and taking on the One Bar Starman tonight is Carla in Adelaide. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing very good.
We're good. We should say Liam is the One Bar Star Man. That's me.
Yep.
And I don't like your chances, Carla, because I've been on a pretty red hot trot lately.
To try and help you out, Carla, I am going to give it a theme. And exciting news that King Charles is coming to Australia later this year. So this week's theme...
Sausage songs.
Because of his fingers? No. It's royalty-themed songs, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. One Bar Starman, Liam versus Carla, song number 1.
Liam.
Go for it, Liam.
It's Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. Sorry, Carls. I draw quick.
I was slow.
All right, here we go. Song number 2.
Carla,
Go for it.
Kings of Leon.
Whoa!
Bit of sex on fire. That's good, Carla.
Very good, Carla. All right, song number 3.
Liam, ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Whoa.
Oh, Carla. It's getting spicy here.
Damn, you're fast.
All right, Carla, you need this to stay in it. If Liam gets it, he takes out the win.
Ooh.
Liam.
Yeah?
Sean Kingston, Beautiful Girls.
He's done it.
You're way too beautiful.
I suppose there's like King in his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sean Kingston.
Sean
yeah.
Kingston. I get it. Oh, well done, Carla. You played well there.
You are good.
No, and you're pretty good too. You had me on the ropes there on that second one.
Thanks, Carly. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. You're on Nova.
Give us a buzz on 13 24 10. Why'd they get fired? A teacher has been fired after it was found that he was playing hours and hours of Candy Crush during class time.
In that teacher's defence, that's not that much Candy Crush. Like, for people that play Candy Crush, they play it for days.
Do you know someone that's addicted to Candy Crush?
A lot of people. I think a lot of people over the age of 50 are addicted to Candy Crush.
I thought it was done. I thought we're over it.
Yeah, I had a little phase there where it was popular where I played it, and it's addicting. But yeah, I definitely reckon the older generations still play it on their iPads.
Yeah, okay. 13 24 10. Why'd they get fired? Claire in Perth, good evening. This was your friend. What happened?
Hey guys, yeah, so I was working at a large grocery store, and I had a co-worker who was fired for stealing all of the toys out of the cereal boxes.
Oh!
I mean, it's better than stealing all the toys out of the Kinder Surprises, because that's messy
Yeah.
work, and that's really going to devastate a lot of kids when they're eating their chocky.
I actually remember why they get fired. That reminds me of a time when I used to work in a dairy farm a long time ago, and there was a guy really bad at the job of dairy farming, and the boss was like, had enough with him. He was on thin ice, and then one day he overheard him talking about the cow's udder, and he called it a milk bag, and he fired him on the spot.
Because what? Why?
Because the guy was like, "Oh, the milk bag." It's like, you work on a dairy farm and
that's
you're
pretty
calling the
101.
udder a milk bag? That's a fireable offence. 13 24 10. That is our number. Give us a buzz. Why'd they get fired? Claire, you got yourself 2 tickets to go see Twisters in cinemas now.
Awesome, thank you.
No worries. See you, Claire. Got more prizes to give away. 13 24 10.
Catherine in Melbourne, good evening. This was your colleague. Why'd they get fired?
Yeah, so really, really, really long time ago, I won't tell you how long ago, my very first job at Hungry Jack's, we had it drilled in us not to sit there and eat the chips or put the extra bacon on your roll or whatever else. And this one particular guy constantly kept putting extra bacon and extra egg in his, what do they call it, the Aussie burger?
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, we all did it, but, yeah, he just wasn't hiding it, and he got fired over it. And we're all standing around him still eating chips, still eating nuggets.
Sorry, when you say his burger, do you mean like burgers he was making for other people, or he would make himself a burger for lunch and put extra stuff on there?
Yeah, for his lunch. So if we did a long shift, so we got a free meal, and his burger at lunch, the boss's office is right near the burger making area, and he would always watch him, and he was putting on 3, 4, 5 pieces of bacon, a couple of eggs, and yeah, so it's the small things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy was loading up, and Jack runs a tight ship. Runs a tight damn ship. You're going to notice a few rashes going missing after a long shift, that's for sure. Linda in Melbourne, this is your friend. They got fired.
Yeah, first of all, good evening, guys. Missed you in the mornings, but anyway.
Oh, thanks, Linda. We're still here, when you're going to bed instead.
My girlfriend, or my friend, got fired because she took the day off to go to Oaks Day, and her photo was flashed all over the Daily Mail the next day.
Oh, she wasn't the lady who tried to push the cop over, was she?
No, but she wasn't sick at all, mate. So she got.
Probably felt a little sick the next morning, I'd imagine. Michael, this was you. You got fired.
Hey, g'day, guys. Yeah, I worked on a procedures golf course in Melbourne, and one day I was meant to spray fertiliser on the golf greens. About a few days later, the greens started going yellow. I actually sprayed Roundup.
Oh, no.
And I cost the club about $250,000.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, Michael, that's not good. Just killing the entire golf course.
It was the moment that shocked the world.
Take a look at what happened.
America plunged into chaos after shots fired at former President Donald Trump.
An assassination attempt on a former president in a toxic and dangerous political environment.
Donald Trump has survived an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania.
But how did this happen?
I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well.
Our Our next guest is a former Secret Service agent who looked after President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle, and Joe Biden when he was vice president. Now he's an author and here to tell us just how it was possible that Donald Trump was so close to being killed.
When you've actually been shot and you can get up, fist in the air, telling people to stay in the game to fight, the first words out of my mouth were, "You're the biggest badass I've ever seen."
Please welcome former Special Agent Cory Allen.
Cory, thank you so much for your time. How did you feel when you saw the Donald Trump news over the weekend?
I was utterly shocked and appalled, and a little bit of disbelief as well that it had occurred at a Secret Service venue, knowing the ins and outs of how those things come together and how they work, and seeing the agents react and respond, knowing that could have easily been me had I not left the agency, and it was a little bit surreal.
So, Cory, can you talk to that point? Because I guess a lot of commentary online is people are saying you would think the Secret Service would have had the roof covered, but then the guy was on the roof. So how would that have happened?
To me, and I'm not here to Monday morning quarterback my former peers, nor do I speak for the agency, but it looked like there was a breakdown in communication when it started being reported that, hey, there's this person over here who apparently was scaling the building or ended up on the roof. But that's just my citizen view from the outside.
Overall, do you think they did a good job on the day?
There was a failure. I mean, obviously, unfortunately, a citizen lost their life and there were 2 others injured and the former president was injured. So that's a bad day. That is worst case scenario. And I can't fathom the stresses of what the agents who were ultimately responsible. There's a site agent who's ultimately responsible for that entire venue. But no, it was a bad day. There's some learning that has to occur, some adapting, and let these investigations unfold to figure out how this happened, why it happened, and make sure it doesn't happen again.
And, as the shots were sort of unfolding and everyone was seeing it around the world, it's like, how wild this is actually happening. And you can hear the shots ringing and the crowd, sort of starting to get disrupted. And then straight away, I think there's 4 or 5 agents who crowd around Trump. And that was you at some point. That was the job that you were doing. How do you come to terms, you just talked about having a young family, with having to jump in front of potentially a sniper rifle or a bullet for someone?
I mean, we're just trained to do that. There's no time to think. You react and you respond immediately. You have to. It's what you're expected to do. And if you can't do that, you need to get out, because the moment you hesitate, somebody else gets hurt. So you just compartmentalize the best you can. And even when I was a police officer, you knew each day you put on your uniform and you go out on patrol that you may not come home that night.
I mean, that's insane, Cory, being able to jump in front of a bullet. That's just one part of your job. You're also probably protecting the president in the Oval Office. I'm sure you're privy to a lot of information. Does a lot of the stuff you're overhearing go in one ear and out the other?
It honestly does go in one ear and out the other. And
right.
Whether, I've had to drive from DC to New York, driving the limo. And of course, they're in the back of the limo with you. And this conversation's going, you just tune it out, because it didn't matter. It's not like I could ever talk about it anyway. So why waste my energy when I need to be paying attention to everything else that's going on around you?
Does that make it hard if you've had a long day of being a Secret Service agent, you come home to your partner and you just can't talk about your day at all?
Well, you can ask all you want, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you don't have any work goss to bring back home. Well, thank you, Cory, so much for your time. We really appreciate it. If you want to hear more of these amazing stories, you can get Cory Allen's book, Breaking Free, a saga of self-discovery by a gay Secret Service agent, at coryallenbooks.com. Again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me on. Y'all have a great night.
Across Australia, I didn't realise we had so many micro criminals listening.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier in the show because I put about 6 or 7 rubbish bags in my neighbour's bins this morning before the truck came around. Just a little crime, micro crime. Anna in Brizzy, what was yours?
So I do that too. I'm putting the bins in other people's rubbish bins. But my micro crime is that I go on a family holiday. We went for a local ski trip, and the lift passes are $250 for an adult and $120 for a child. So I actually put through 2 of my children as children rather than their proper age. So I lied about their age.
How old are your children?
They were 16 and 15, and I said they were 12.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty micro.
Yeah. You've obviously got a guilty conscience, though. Kristen, what about you? Your microcrime?
I got a parking ticket, and then the next day I got a flat tyre. So I sent the council the receipt for the new tyre and said, I couldn't move it, I had a flat, and they waived the fine.
Nice.
Wow.
That's almost just like a loophole. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, but they clearly didn't check the dates on when you got the tyre and when you got the parking fine.
I also feel like you must have got them on a good day because I reckon there would be councils where you would use that excuse and they would say it doesn't matter.
Whatever. Your whole family could have died. We don't care. You're paying $80, buddy, because you are 6 minutes late on the hour-long park. Abby in Adelaide, microcrime, what was it?
When you go on your flight, you only get 7 kilos of carry-on.
Yeah, of
So you
course.
get like a square pillowcase and you shove all your stuff in all your clothes in your pillowcase. So it looks like you got a normal pillow and you just get on without paying you. Paying for extra carry-on.
Smart. So it's just full of like jumpers and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I've heard about people doing that. Never seen someone execute it.
I feel like it would look like a lumpy sack ride.
Well, if you know what you're doing, you do that. Plus, you've got your carry-on, Abby, and then you've also got your handbag because you're always allowed a handbag. So
does
by
that
the
not count?
No, it doesn't count. So you can have your carry-on plus a handbag. So if you have your pillow, your case, and your handbag, you're all set.
Ashlyn in Adelaide, please tell us about your microcrime.
Hey guys, so I've been doing this for a few years. Anytime I have an event or anything, I will go into the shops and find a piece of clothing that I like that has a tag that I can put back on later. I'll take the tag off and then, if I get it dirty, I'll give it a wash, chuck the tag back on and then take it in for a return the next day because I can't be seen in the same outfit.
Yeah. I'm
No
not gonna
way.
I have a friend that does that, but she just keeps the tags on, doesn't take them off, just tucks them in. And then
Sometimes it just ruins the outfit, but I just
if
tuck
they're
them
on the
off usually a
outside,
safety thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you say you have a friend that does that, Belle, that actually 100% sounds like something that you would do.
No.
You ever done
I've
that?
never done that.
You've done that. I feel like you're the kind of person who would buy something, wear it out with the tags, and return it the next day.
No.
Okay, she definitely has. Ashlyn, we love your call so much. We're going to give you 2 tickets to go see Troye Sivan.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks for getting involved. If you have ever committed a microcrime, we've still got about 40 minutes of the show left. 13 24 10 is our number. We got more great prizes to give away too. Have you committed a microcrime?
Emily in Sydney, what's your microcrime?
Okay, so you can't judge me. It was a very bad day. I was doing 80 just after it went from 80 to 60 and an undercover cop pulled me over. I had my dog in the front seat with me and I was obviously a very emotional wreck and I told him I was on the way to getting my dog put to sleep and I didn't notice the speed.
What, you just
And I get
rushed
out of the-
so hard. You said, I just wanted to speed so quick to put my dog down.
I'm so emotional. I'm so sorry. It was a really bad day. I had a flat tire that morning for work as well. I had no money for a speeding fine. And that was the quickest thing I could say, and here you let me off.
I mean, did your dog look like all right? Like, surely the cop was trying to scope out me and I was like, you have to put him down?
She was barking at him, and I was like, girl, you're not looking like you're very sick. Be quiet, please.
You're looking too healthy.
Emily, I love that so much, and we do appreciate you getting involved. I wouldn't mind doing 13 24 10. What did crying get you out of?
Oh, mate, look, I'll put one out there right now. I may or may not have. I remember I was on the tram and my ticket expired like the day before, and I was in year 12, and it was exams that day, and I got done, and the ticket inspector said, right, it's like $50, and I just started bawling and said, I've got my English exam today, and he let me out. He said, no, all good.
We have got more tickets to give away to go see Troye Sivan. If you get involved, 13 24 10. What did crying get you out of? 13 24 10. What did crying get you out of? We just spoke to a caller who said they got done going 80 in a 60 zone. They had their dog in the front seat, got pulled over, of course, and they said their excuse for speeding was they had to go to the vet to put their dog down, and they were just using the waterworks, got out of the ticket.
I can't believe that worked. Imagine if it backfired and he said, oh, that's so sorry. Here, I'll save you some money. I'll do it for you right now.
Okay.
Marie in Sydney, what did crying get you out of?
Okay. As being a divorcee, I had to send my son back to New Zealand to see his father in his holidays as part of our arrangement. And I got stuck in traffic getting to the airport to Sydney. And because he was an unaccompanied minor, I had to be there earlier than everyone else. The plane hadn't even left. It hadn't boarded. And they said, I'm sorry, you're too late. And I said, no, I'm not too late. The plane hasn't left. I've got to get my son on this plane because out of our divorce settlement, he had to go and visit his father. And so what I did is I brought on the tears and I cried and I was loud. I wasn't abusive because I don't swear.
Nice.
And everybody that's queuing for this flight are going, let him on.
Yeah.
And the snobby, she was a little bit of a B, if I can say that.
Oh, hang on, not abusive, not swearing. Here we go.
I didn't say B.
Yeah,
I just said
you
she
said
was
she's a little
one.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good story, Maria. You got your
I
son on
cried.
the plane.
I got on the plane. He got on the plane.
Yeah, good on you,
absolutely.
Maria.
I like how everyone rallied behind you, like in a movie. Like, hey, come on, mister, let her on. Preet in Melbourne, what did crying get you out of?
So I was in year 9 and my bestie and I were skipping school and we got caught and we got pulled into the coordinator's office. So two middle-aged Aussie guys and my background's Indian, and I put the tears on and said my parents had arranged my marriage and I was struggling to cope. And then they pulled out a tissue box. They told me that they won't tell my parents because they don't want to make the situation worse. And I pretty much got away with skipping school for the rest of the year because every time I did it, I just said I was struggling and they were like, no worries. We won't tell mum and dad. And my friend, I literally walked out of the room and my friend and I gave her a wink going, I got this, got us out of it. And she was with me to kind of comfort me and be there for me during that process.
I also love how the two teachers, like an arranged marriage, you at that age is like clearly very illegal, and they're like, oh yeah, well we don't know about that. We'll just, here's some tissues, darling, and you just whatever. I don't want to hear more about that. Wow.
Pre, thank you so much for sharing. We're going to give you some tickets to go to the movies to go see Twisters in cinemas now.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No worries at all.
Oh, guys, there's this new movie, Tyler Perry movie on Amazon Prime called Divorced in the Black. You should check it out.
Divorced in the Black?
Yeah, no, don't watch it.
Oh.
That was a joke. 0% on the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter.
I didn't know that it was possible to get 0%.
So they're calling it maybe the worst movie of all time.
Oh, wow.
And I know, there's different critics and stuff, but as just someone who's on a Friday night maybe looking to watch a movie with my wife and just you sort of flick around a little bit, I'm looking it up and I'm checking the tomato score. And if it's not good enough, I will not watch it.
It's crazy how much influence the tomato meter actually has.
It'll make or break. And look, I've been scrolling down to the bottom of the tomato meter and there's some truly awful movies in there. And I wanted to play a little game with you guys tonight.
Pick the stinker.
Jeez. 2 movies from the bottom of the tomato meter. You've got to pick which one's worse, okay? So you can work together, Ben and Belle. First couple here. The Master of Disguise or Epic Movie.
I like Epic Movie.
Ew, of course you do.
It's funny because Epic Movie is like, it's like scary movie, disaster movie, but I actually liked Master of Disguise, so I thought this was a bit rich. I thought this tomato was too low on the tomato meter.
Right.
Do you know that one? Like, am I not totally enough for the Turtle Club?
Oh!
Is that what that is?
Yeah. His name's Pistachio Disguisey.
Nah.
And he's like, become another person.
I think that will be lower than Epic Movie.
I agree.
You're right. 1%. But Epic Movie's only got 2%.
Okay.
So that goes to show. What about the Adam Sandler film Jack and Jill?
Oh, yeah.
Or Tim Allen, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, and William H. Macy's Wild Hogs?
Wild Hogs. My friendship group from high school constantly reference Wild Hogs. They unironically like that movie.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not even surprised. Again, hand in hand with Epic Movie. I think that would be above... What was the other one?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill will be below Wild Hogs.
Jack and Jill is the stinker.
It is 3%. Wild Hogs, 14%. Not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, no, almost won an Oscar. What about Ghost Rider? I don't know if you've seen that one. The motorcycle stuntman, Johnny Blaze, played by Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
He sells his soul to save, his loved one.
Yep.
Or Van Helsing, the vampire killer.
With Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
I also like that movie. I reckon.
This really tells us a lot about Ben.
Yeah, to be honest, there's a few I like in here as
Yeah. I reckon Ghost Rider is lower on the tomato meter.
Van Helsing's 24%. Ghost Rider, 27%.
Well, okay.
Filmed in the Gold Coast, I believe.
Is that?
Okay, what about Speed 2, Cruise Control, which was like the first Speed, same concept, but Keanu Reeves wasn't in that one.
And they put it in Cruise Control?
Or Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
I reckon Speed 2 is the stinker.
4%. Yeah, The Clumps actually got 27%, which is one of Eddie Murphy's better movies.
I'm pretty sure there's Nutty Professor 3 as well.
Is there?
I think there's a third one.
The Clumps Reunion. Forgot about that one. Okay, last one here, guys. Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked, or Alvin and the Chipmunks The Squeakquel.
Oh, well, is the Squeakquel the second one and
Yeah.
Chipwrecked is later on, so I think Chipwrecked would be lower?
Yeah, I agree.
Chipwrecked is lower.
Yeah.
Well done.
10%. Yeah. The Squeakquel, 21%. So maybe even worth watching this weekend.
Nah.
We have got a treat for you tonight. Now, we don't always talk about this, but if you're new to the show, maybe you've been listening for a while, every single Tuesday night, as soon as the show finishes at 8 p.m, we do a live stream. Now, it varies, play video games, play board games as a team. Tonight's, though, I'm particularly excited for. So if you want to watch the stream, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Make sure you search Ben Lehman Belle on Instagram or Facebook, wherever whatever socials you follow, and click on the Twitch link, because I'm going to be playing the PS5, playing a golf game, and I've got a shock collar. Now, you know the one you get when you shock a dog? I'm pretty sure they're illegal in a lot of states.
Yeah, pretty cruel.
Very cruel.
I think you ordered this one online.
Might have been from overseas. Now,
means it's more dangerous.
We have got the shock collar charged and ready to go. I'm going to be wearing it on my neck. I'm going to be playing a game of golf on the PlayStation. So every time I miss a drive, every time I miss a green, every time I miss a putt, I'll be getting shocked against my will.
And I think that's great of you, Ben, that you're putting your body on the line tonight. I'm not going to be hanging around for the stream, so I thought it was only fair that I would try the dog collar on now.
Yep.
Shock collar. And so maybe you can just give me a bit of a zap.
Yep.
And then I'll understand what you're feeling.
So this is to show you what the shock collar does, to show you that it's real. Now, Liam hasn't got it on his neck. He's just got it on his wrist.
Yeah, why is that?
We'll put it on your neck, Belle.
No, I'm not doing that.
Now, I've got the remote in my hand. It's got settings, so it goes from 1 all the way up to 10.
Okay.
I'm going to give Liam a shock on 2.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Yeah, okay.
You feel
So,
that?
yeah, what is like...
okay, go up a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Oh. So was that a 3 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go up to...
Yeah.
We'll go up to...
Do us 7.
Yeah, we'll go up to 7.
Okay.
All right.
That sort of...
We are going to
Hang on,
progress...
where's the 10?
We are going to work our way up to 10 by the end of the night. So if you want to watch the stream, it's starting in... give me 5 minutes to get set up. Just search Ben Lehman Belle on socials. The Twitch link is in our bio. We'd love to see you there tonight.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.